Welcome back. Trade unionist Joseph Burns-Bernardi stated on the WFM Shake-Up program yesterday that workers will soon have an update as it relates to their payment of salaries. This, he said, as the Minister of Labour, Camille Gonsalves, awaits a response from Dave Ames, the principal owner of Buckermint Bay Resort. Bernardi said the minister spoke with Ames on Monday, at which time Ames gave certain undertakings. The veteran trade unionist Joseph Burns-Bernardi said that on the statute books of this country, laws governing non-payment of wages to workers exist. He said once wages are not paid to workers, especially in industries that are covered under the Wages Council Ordinance, it becomes a criminal offense. Bernardi further said Minister Gonsalves indicated to Ames that such is the next course of action, failing to produce the funds required to bring the workers of the resort up to date on outstanding payments. Bernardi said failure on Ames' part could see the matter taken to the DPP for court action, which, in worst-case scenario, according to Bernardi, could see Ames facing a prison sentence. Workers have been holding protests against over non-payment of salaries. This country's Consul General to Canada, Fitzhuggins, took to Facebook his concerns about the non-payments of workers at the Buckermint Bay Resort. He has urged workers to join the union and then pressure the union bosses to work on their behalf. He further stated that too many employers are suppressing the unions. In addition, he said that the government cannot suppress unions, and if union leaders find themselves in the government pockets, then the workers have the ultimate power to get rid of them. The power of the majority always is respected, or must always be respected, he concluded. The unpaid workers at the Buckermint Bay Resort were not alone in their struggle for payments owed to them for months. The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Public Service Union stood in solidarity with the workers, calling on the government and the relevant authorities to make an intervention in this painful situation. The PSU said they share the pain and frustration of the workers and their families at this difficult juncture. The cause of one is the cause of all, they concurred. This morning in Parliament, Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Sir Louis Straker, while paying respects to the late Fidel Castro, said that without Fidel, there will be no Argyle International Airport.
Had it not been for Fidel Castro and for the chemistry that was there between Fidel, or among Fidel, Hugo Chavez and Ralph Gonsalves, we probably would not have had an Argyle International Airport, which we are going to see open soon.
Sir Louis added that Fidel was the man with the world vision, who along with Taiwan has aided in making the airport possible.
Fidel was no insular-minded person. He was a cosmopolitan man with a world vision, a wide catholicity of interests, and with great intellectual powers. He was a pragmatic man. I remember when we went there and he asked about our relationship with Taiwan. And he asked the Prime Minister, are they good to you? Prime Minister said, yes, they are very good to, Taiwan is very good to us. And he said, stay with them. So we were able, in an unusual situation, with the blessing of Fidel Castro, to have a combination, the Prime Minister calls the coalition of the willing, of Cuba, Venezuela, and Taiwan, coming to our rescue and assisting us in having the largest project that we have ever undertaken in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
The Washington, D.C.-based Pan-American Health Organization, PAHO, says 8 priority health facilities approved by the Ministry of Health with PAHO and the United Kingdom government's collaboration have been confirmed for retrofitting in St. Vincent and the Grenadines as part of the Smart Healthcare Facilities in the Caribbean project. PAHO said last week that the selection was made following 18 months of data collection and analysis. Dr. Zureb said the selection of the facilities and the retrofitting works are being guided by a team of regional experts working diligently under the supervision of Regional Advisor and Project Manager, Dr. Donovan Alpen. A Kingstown resident is entertaining the idea that the police are now using drones to carry out surveillance of areas deemed as hotspots. According to Hot 97, the man who prefers to remain anonymous said that on 2 different occasions he has observed drones flying over areas in Kingstown like Paul's Avenue and Rose Place, and on 2 occasions he recognized the operators of the drone as policemen. He alleges that also on Tuesday night he observed a drone land in the area of the Kingstown Barracks. When contacted, 2 high-ranking police officers denied that the police are using drones for surveillance. Drones are increasingly being used by law enforcement agencies around the world, but this raises some issues around privacy and regulation. A police officer is seen in this video sent to the IKtv mobile news showing an out-of-uniform officer beating a mentally unstable drug addict known as Kotai on the night of Wednesday, December 7th on the sidewalk outside the High Court in Kingstown. This video may be disturbing to some viewers. This country's major supplier of electricity, Vinlec, has joined the bandwagon in shedding light across the country. This time, the company has joined the other concerned citizens and persons from around the region in distributing supplies to the people of Sandy Bay who were severely affected by the recent rains. Members of staff headed to Sandy Bay community, taking with them 30 mattresses and sheet sets, 60 pillows, 50 food baskets, and 50 tubs filled with household items, cleaning supplies, and toiletries. And we say, go Vinlec. I'm sure those people appreciated your gifts. When it comes to sleeping comfortably, Court St. Vincent is a place to find the ideal bed, and you can just test your bed before you take it home. That was the message relayed on the Kingston branch of Coast Kingston last Monday during that company's launch of its sleep center. Wahib Mohammed, representative of Advanced Foam, declared that a perfect night's sleep begins with a perfect mattress. A flood watch bulletin for St. Vincent and the Grenadines was discontinued at 12 noon today, according to the Meteorological Office. However, residents are advised to be vigilant and to exercise caution. An eastward moving trough system is forecast to affect the island chain and to linger into Friday. The trough is expected to generate an increase of cloudiness, showers, and thunderstorm activity across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, through the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Meteorological Office, will continue to monitor the situation. More local news when we come back.